city remained under Latin control for more than 50 years. In 1261, the Byzantines returned, but the old Byzantium was no more. The territories had shrunk, trade routes had changed hands, Venice had risen, and Genoa had grown strong. But what is interesting is this. The pieces within the collapsing system did not disappear. They were carried to Venice, Genoa, and Florence. Byzantine merchants, Byzantine bureaucrats, Byzantine law. All of these seeped into the West. The financial market operating beneath Venice's Rialto Bridge, the banking network the Medici established in Florence, the bonds issued for state borrowing. The seeds of all these had been planted in Constantinople. For example, the Commenda contract, a profit and loss sharing agreement made between a merchant and a capital owner. This instrument existed in Byzantine commercial practice. Venice took it, standardized it, and placed it within a legal framework. The root of what we know today as the limited partnership concept extends back there, or the government bond. In 1157, Venice sold compulsory bonds to its citizens to finance a war. They were called prestiti, with a fixed 5% interest rate and tradable on the secondary market. This is one of the earliest examples of modern state borrowing, and the logic behind this system had been learned from the financial mechanisms that had been operating in Constantinople for decades. Actually, the secret to Byzantium's survival for 1,000 years was this. It did not sacrifice long-term trust to short-term pressures. At every bottleneck, it asked itself the same question: should we debase the coin? And every time the answer was the same: no. It did not choose the easy path. Countless times the treasury ran dry. Countless times armies demanded wages. Countless times debasing the coin seemed an attractive solution. A few emperors succumbed to this temptation, and the price of every surrender was heavy. But the emperors who kept the system standing understood this. Money is not a physical object. Money is the promise a society makes to itself. When that promise is broken, not just the economy, but the state itself is destroyed. Today's central banks, the IMF, World Trade Agreements. Behind all of these lies the same question: why should anyone hold this currency? Byzantium gave the same answer to this question for 1,000 years. Because we keep our word. When Ottoman cannons tore down the walls of Constantinople in 1453, Byzantium came to an end. But the financial legacy it left behind still lives in our wallets today, just under a different name. If this video inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give it a like. See you in another video.